Yo guys, today I'm going to be teaching you some of the best high ground retakes in Fortnite. I'm going to be giving you guys some beginner strategies and some advanced strategies. I'm going to throw up a bunch of different retakes in there for my beginners, moderates, and pro players. Hopefully it can help you guys out. Anyway, let's get right into it. My first high ground retake we're going to do is going to be a pretty beginner one. And the reason I say it's a beginner one because everyone could do it now. It used to be an advanced strategy, but now it's very beginner. And it's a little bit risky because you can get shot, but if you do it at the right time, it is very effective, very practical. So it's going to be obviously 90s, so when you double ramp out and then do some 90s, you know, most people know this by now, but I am just throwing this in there for my beginner players. There is going to be a lot more advanced tricks in this, so if you are a more advanced player, just skip forward 30 seconds or so and we'll continue. Anyway, for my beginner guys, you know, to do 90s, all you have to do is place these 4 walls, jump, place a floor, and place a ramp. And run up, jump, place floor, like this. It is actually pretty easy, it just takes a little bit of practice. And there's plenty of tutorials. I have one on my channel on how to do it, an in-depth guide. So I'm not going to get too much into it. Alright guys, so my next trick that's going to be... you see a lot of pro players doing this, but I say this is more of a basic trick. To be honest with you, it's very easy to do. This is going to be the Zeyoh cone, like this. So you got to make sure you don't time it wrong or you're going to place a wall in front of yourself. But this is really good when someone is tracking you, you know, they're above you, you're trying to get the high ground. So all you have to do is double ramp out and leave your top ramp shorter. Like, don't place this last top ramp. And like right about here, you want to jump, place this wall, and place this pyramid. I also like to place this in case they're on the side. So in fast motion, it looks like this, as you guys just saw. Now, it is pretty easy to do, but again, it's a very effective strategy because if they're following you on your double ramp like this, they're going to get blocked by the wall. Now, if they're one layer above, you know, they're still getting blocked by the wall. If they go up even higher, they're still getting blocked by the cone, and they're not able to shoot you right here because of this cone. And then they have to do one of those annoying jumps like this. So it is very effective and useful. By the way, guys, if you want to get better at these tricks really fast, all you gotta do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I promise you're gonna get a lot better really quick, and it would help me out a lot. I'd really appreciate it. But let's get right back into the video. All right, guys, this next trick is going to be an advanced version of the Zeyoh cone. Basically, what you want to do on this one is the same thing as the Zeyoh cone, except you want to put a ramp right here, okay? And then you're going to edit through like this, you know, and then you can do 90s or whatever you want after that. But it's a really good advanced version, can block off the guy from high ground. Plus, he's not expecting you to come out from the side, so it is a pretty sick trick. I'm going to show you guys it in fast motion real quick. This is what it looks like. Okay, and then once you're here, you know, you can edit. You could do a scissor jump. You can do like whatever you want from here. But my personal favorite is to do a double edit like this and then come out and do 90s. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys it in fast motion right now. And then you could do 90s or whatever afterwards. So it's a really good trick, and your opponent's not going to expect you to come out from the side at all. It is pretty sick. Okay, so that tip's a lot more advanced, guys, but we're going to bring it back down a little bit to a little bit more basic. And this is going to be like a reverse 90 where you go like this. So if that was a little too fast for you guys, I'll show you exactly what I did. So as you're double ramping up, you know, you can put your top ramp here. And you're going to go out to either side. It doesn't matter which one. But basically, you want to put a wall behind your ramp. And then connect that wall to another wall. And then, you know, you can put a ramp after that. So it looks like this. So you got to do it kind of slow. You got to make sure this wall places and this wall. And then you get that third wall and hop right into 90s. It's a really good technique. Your opponent's not expecting you, and you're switching up the direction, so you're hard to track. He's not going to expect you to switch up directions like that, so he's not really going to be able to shoot you, because like this, you are exposed for like half a second maybe. If the guy's above you, you're exposed for a little bit, but if he's not above you, if he's not above this ramp, you're pretty much set and covered. But if he is above you, you're exposed for like a second. But if you just quickly 90, like, you're covered the whole time. Now, I also have another version of this trick. This one, I would say, is a little bit more advanced. But again, you see a lot of pro players and stuff using it. So basically, as you're double ramping out, you can actually jump out on either side, except this time catch yourself with floors like this. And from here, you can double ramp out is what I like to do. So that way, you know, you're covered if the guy's behind you. If you're on your side, you're a little bit exposed. But you can do a lot of things from this. You can also just turn back around like this. There's a bunch of cool different tricks that you could do. But let me show you guys it in full speed real quick. So as you run it up, you know, it doesn't matter which side. You just need to make sure you turn around. I like doing it like that personally. So that way I'm not exposed and covered. But you can switch it up. Just remember that, guys. With all these tricks, there are variations you could do. A bunch of different things. Like I said, you could do this. Whoops. You do that, right? And then you got the double ramp going right here. This one is if they're really high above you. This one's going to be really useful. But if they're only like right here, it might not be, because then they could just shoot you right through here. Alright guys, this next high ground retake I would say is a little bit more advanced than the other high ground retakes that I just showed, but it's very useful in game and is sure to throw off your opponent. So what you want to do is cone above you as you double ramping out. That way, in case he's tracking you, the cone is going to block him. And then also you can throw in 3 cones like this. That way, you know, the guy's going to probably think you're editing out right here. You know, if the guy's above high ground on you, if he's higher up than where the cone is, so he's not going to get blocked by the cone, he is not going to know where you're going. And you could choose either side for this one, so it's really going to throw them off. What you want to do is jump out like this and attach a ramp. Now, you do got to be sprinting for this. I wasn't sprinting, so I wasn't able to make that jump. But you also want to put a floor here, because then you're going to quickly edit out. And if you take away the floor, the whole structure just comes down, as you see. So make sure you're putting the floor, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in fast motion. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like in full speed. Just like that. And then you can obviously do 90s, or instead of doing triple 90, you can just do a double 90. Triple 90s aren't that effective. I think they're a waste of match. Just do a double 90. So that way you're coming back over this guy's head, and you're able to just shoot right down on him. Alright guys, this next trick I'm going to show you for high ground is a little bit more of an advanced trick, I would say. It's definitely hard to get the timing down for sure, but once you get it down, you can nail it pretty often, and it is pretty effective. So what I would do is cone the guy behind you running on top of your ramp, and also cone this. Now, this is a little bit risky, so you really got to make sure you're doing it at the right moment. Alright, but what you can do, guys, is a scissor jump just like this, and you can actually land on top of the ramp up here. So now you're way up here, and you can quickly protect yourself like that. Now, if you guys didn't quite catch that, you might think it's a normal scissor ramp, but a normal scissor ramp, what people do is they'll jump out like this, you know, and then they're landing here, so they're not landing on top of this ramp. They're landing on this platform, and then once they land on the platform, they'll jump again and then start 90ing, or they'll do something like they'll turn around real quick and go up. But if you're able to time it right, it's not too difficult, but it's definitely going to take some practice. You can actually land on the top ramp. Now, you really got to be going like straight. You don't want to be going over to the right that much. You want to try and go like straight up like this, and that way you're going to be able to land right here. Because if you're in the middle of the ramp, you're going to be landing right here every time, right? So there's no way you're landing on top. You got to make sure you're landing like right about here. It is definitely difficult. Once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty sick trick, and it gives you that extra high ground real quick, and very effective for taking high ground. Alright, that was a little bit choppy, kind of messed up, but hey, good enough. Anyway, let me show you exactly what I did and how you guys could do this trick. So basically, you want to do a normal Thwifo cone. I don't know why I put these ramps here. Normal Thwifo cone, not a ramp. And basically, that's going to protect you, as we showed you a second ago. And instead of keep 90ing out, keep double ramping out, you want to jump and catch yourself with a ramp, kind of like a 90 with a cone on it. And then from here, what you want to do is edit out of your pyramid and pull up a wall like this. So like a scissor jump kind of. And connect these two walls, right? So that way the pyramid doesn't break and you got a little more protection so you don't get shot down. And basically you can just ramp right back up over here and get high ground on your opponent. Plus it's switching directions, misdirecting the guy, confusing him a little bit. It's really effective, and plus you're actually covered the entire time. Alright guys, for my next trick I'm going to show you, it looks something like this. It's another version of the scissor jump. But the reason I like this one is if the guy's tracking you. If you know he's one story above you, this is going to be really effective against him, because when you do this scissor jump like this, right, the wall is going to block him. And he's probably going to try and just put a floor and a ramp and go up. But when you do it like this, you're going to put a cone right here over his head. Okay, so now he can't just go straight up. He has to go to the side. And by the time he does that... Alright guys, here's a more advanced version of the Thwifo cone. This is what it looks like in full speed. It's very useful in game, effective. Highly recommend you guys use it. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty easy. Something like this. The only thing you got to worry about is that cone. It is a little bit tricky to get, and you definitely can mess it up. But if you do it something like that, you're good. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the high ground retakes for today. If you guys want to know some more high ground retakes, please comment down below. If you want to know more tips and tricks, anything like that, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. It really helps me out, guys. It takes 2 seconds. Just hit the like button, comment anything. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support me farther, you can use my creator code right above my head, ZeyohYT, and go follow me over on Twitch. I do live stream over there. I haven't been streaming the past couple days, but we're getting back to it. I might be going to the beach today, so I probably won't be streaming today, but tomorrow we're going to be live. Make sure you drop a follow over there, and I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.